So what's up, YouTube? It's Uncle Jim here. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about gear, in specifically gear that I'm taking with me, gear that I'm leaving behind, gear that's going to get possibly swapped out with me while I'm on the trail, and then I want to go over my 3 luxury items. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to Quicksand on the Trail and Jersey Redneck Adventures for tagging me in the 3 luxury items challenge. So hopefully I got some interesting stuff that you guys may or may not be aware of or using, or hopefully some of this can be helpful to somebody else. So yeah, let's check it out real quick. So real quickly, this is all the stuff that I'm leaving behind. I'm here at my sister's house, and I laid all my stuff out on the floor so that she could get a look at everything, and so we could take pictures of everything. This way, while I'm out, if I need something swapped out, I have a picture of it, and she has a picture of it. And this way, if for any reason I need something, it just makes it easier for me to remember while I'm out there what I have sitting at home that could be swapped out if I have gear failure or anything. So as you can see, years of accumulating crap that at one point or another has gone in my ruck and got used, most of it anyway. And a lot of this stuff is like, some old military stuff, some expensive stuff that was broken. But this is pretty much the pile of gear. Right here I have a mini 50-degree sleeping bag, and the black bag is a Marmot Neverwinter. So hopefully as the seasons change, I can get rid of my big space expensive Z-Packs bag and drop down to that little bag right there on the left. So that'll be pretty cool. I got here's something that nobody seems to use ever. These are cap lights. You take them, let me see, flip them over. I'm wearing one right now. Woo, pretty bright. These things are rated to last 50 hours, and I wear one every day and have for years. I work in the air conditioning business, and looking inside of furnaces and under mobile homes and stuff. This is just invaluable. Everybody's always asking to borrow my hat because it has lights, and I don't see anybody using these on the trail. It just seems like a no-brainer to me that, hey, why not have lights built into your hat, Invaluable. When I don't have it, I'm reaching for an imaginary button. So I got some balaclavas. Here's something, the Amec hammock from Finland, I believe it is, the Drammer 3.0. That's the hammock, and that's the rain cover. Over here is a Big Agnes double stuffed double Z, which is supposed to go inside that for support. And this thing is garbage. I mean, I camped with it once or twice, and the bag got a hole in it that you can't find, and they won't warranty it. There's $200 down the drain, so Big Agnes gets a thumbs down from me. But so that whole system is out because I'm not going to buy another $200 piece of junk from them, so I have to come up with something else. So I have extra headlamps. Over here, I got some interesting maps of the Appalachian Trail, and iWatch that I figured was really not useful. What else do I got? It's interesting. So I got some body wash. These I found on Amazon. They are little fold-out razors. That thing is sharp. And I figure, for minor on-trail toe surgery or something, it might come in handy, This is something interesting, too. This was an Army mess kit knife that I reshaped the blade. And, most of them have that dumb, ugly butter knife look to them. But I thought about bringing it. I'm not really sure. That's a topic for another time. I got sandals. And this is something that I'm going to go into detail with later. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. I love this. This is a great idea. It comes out of a Box of Joe coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. This is the inside. It's a double-lined Mylar bag that holds over like 1.5 gallons, I think. And it holds air pretty good. So I'll go over that. Here's some sock liners. Keep blisters away. So yeah, this is just a brief overview. Most of the crap that I'm not taking with me. All right, well, let me get this packed up, and I'm going to show you guys the stuff I am bringing with me. Bam! The power of editing. That stuff is all picked up. Now that stuff's going to sit here in the corner of my sister's attic until I call upon her, should the seasons change or a gear breakdown. This is where it'll all be sitting, so hope nobody roots through it. I hope the mice don't root through it. I hope it's still all here when I need it, when I get back. I'm sure it'll be safe. So, now, let's check out things I'm bringing with me. Well, that's my Z-Pack setup, ready for day one. Let's see what's inside of this. Boom! My gear exploded. All right, let's check out what I got. I have the Z-Pack sleeping bag. Now, when I ordered this, it was over a year ago, when I was 100 pounds heavier. I went for the biggest bag they had, because they make you measure your dimensions, and then they make you add 5 inches, and it turns out I was so big that their biggest bag wouldn't even allow me to add the extra 5 inches in. So this is the biggest bag, 20-degree bag Z-Packs makes, but I love it so far. Thing's great. I usually use it like a quilt, though. I usually put my feet in the foot box and then just lay it over top of me, but so far loving it. Here's one of my luxury items. This is Scolio Down Packable Puffy Pants. These things are a lifesaver when it's cold for sleeping. I really only put them on at nighttime, but wow, what a difference. Ever since my surgery, I have had trouble keeping my body temperature up. So these things are great. Over here, I have a balaclava, Sea to Summit pillow, because I'm one of those people that need a pillow. Let's see. I have my camp shoes, which are like these really flat, really thin trail running sandals. I forget who makes them, but they were like 85 bucks. It was ridiculous. I went with a really cheap pack cover, Outdoor Products, whatever it is, Outdoor Research. And there's 2 of those Bag of Joe, what do you call them? The inserts for the Box of Joe, Dunkin' Donuts. So those I consider one of my luxury items. I need on top of having a pillow for my head, I need one for between my knees and one to hold on to so my arms have something to do at night. So yeah, that's a luxury item number 2. And then as you look over here, I have Yak Tracks. I got a little blue roll-up pad to sit on. I have 2 iPow knee braces. Obviously I got wipes. Let's see, this was for a bicycle. I found it, and it, I don't know, it helps me have red light, because I usually use my hat light only. This is a little neck cover. These are my Diver Tone socks, neoprene. I don't consider them luxury, consider them kind of like a need to have. Over here, I have, who makes it? Hybrid light. This thing's rechargeable, and it comes with a solar powered charger, which I could use for some other things, so I decided to keep it. This thing helps me do my electronics. Here I have Vertice rain mitts by Z-Packs. These things were super expensive, but I tell you what, they turn into nothing in your pack, and it allows me to have really cheap brown jersey gloves and just put these over them, so I don't have to spend a lot of money on gloves. I have North Face Puffy, and is that what I think it is? Sure is. I'm going to be wearing a kilt. So this is some warmer weather clothing, because I used to have a lot of problems with chafing. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to try the kilt, see how it works. So far, it's been good, drives the nieces and nephews crazy. Then down here in my medical pack, I have a ShamWow for a camp towel. This is for my knees, for a knee brace, if I have to wrap a knee. You know, the basics. I have a small piece of a bar of soap meant for washing clothes, and this is a special soap, piece of a bar soap from for jiu-jitsu fighters that actually is supposed to keep away athlete's foot. So that's neat. I have leg calf compressors and a little something for bug protection. Here's a little trick of the trade. Jet Asleep. For those windy nights or nights where everybody's partying and you just need to fall asleep, this is some over-the-counter stuff. Tell you what makes a difference. And I reused an Act mouthwash bottle with 2 different kinds of stuff in it because I ran out of one stuff. It's pretty much like Absorbine or Aspercreme or something like that for sore muscles. If you come over here, these are my food bags. I'll show you what's in them in a minute. So this here is a Thermarest. God, I don't know what it is. One of them little tiny inflatable pads. This thing was like 250 bucks. And, you know, it's hard to say. I also have the Thermarest Z-Lite for insulation off the ground. But maybe you could consider that a luxury item. I kind of figure I need it because of my back and whatnot. So there's my Z-Packs. Got the typical trash compactor bag. If you come over here, this is the Z-Packs poncho. It's like a triple use item. I got some snacks. Got my MP3 player, my Body Glide, my KT tape, my sunblock, my Burt's Bees. This is actually, it's a little bit of birch bark. Don't ask me why I'm still carrying it. Birch bark bailed me out a bunch of times. I have an external mic. These things are going to get lost, I know, on day one. I have some hand sanitizer. This is my rope and a hook for a bear bag. So hopefully I don't have to use that too much. Another one of those little razor knives. And I went with Z-Packs front chest pouch. Even though I don't really use it on my chest, it's kind of uncomfortable. I kind of strap it on the outside back of my pack and it helps hold all this other knick-knack stuff. So here I got a little mirror. You never know when you might have to inspect something on you that you can't reach or can't see. This is a Z-Packs rain kilt, so I'll be wearing that. I have some extra batteries, my AT passport, shit tickets. I got the brand new 2019 Northbound AT guide. Obviously I got my Sawyer, the Maxi. This here is a little half a cup for scooping water out of puddles if I need to. And this is the adapter that I got so that I can back flush the filter with one of my bottles. Bought it online somewhere. It was a little couple bucks. And this is an interesting thing. This is a piece of a brush that I ripped off to comb my beard with. This is so I can roll the arches of my feet at night. Weighs like nothing. And this is what you call an exfoliating glove. I bought it at the dollar store. It's a glove. It's like made out of stuff like a scrubby kind of. Instead of having a loofah, you could put this on, put a little soap in your hand, and wash yourself up in a stream or something. So, and if anything else, it's an extra glove if your hands are cold. But yeah, so that's pretty much the bulk of my gear. Oh yeah, I have this black bottle. So it turns out I have microbladder. That's like an 8-ounce bottle. I spray painted it black. And so this way I don't have to get out of the tent on freezing cold rainy nights. If I have to take a piss, I got a small bottle I can carry with me. I painted it black so nobody has to see the crud in your bottle or whatnot. These are supposed to go over my shoes and protect my ankles from like dirt and debris getting in. I tell you what, they really don't hang on to my shoes all that well. For the money they cost, kind of wasn't worth it. Then I went with a hands-free umbrella from who knows who it is. So far not really satisfied. Doesn't really hook onto my ruck like I want it to. But yeah. And one other thing I wanted to show you guys. So luxury items, right? Things you may not need to get by, but things you want to have. I got the dog tag for my faithful dog Chillum, who just passed away this year. Little momentum. Some earplugs. Everybody needs earplugs. This is just a shopping bag. And this I like to call Rucksack Steve. About a year ago, my buddy Steve, good friend of mine, passed away, and we got him cremated. And I'm carrying a little bit of Steve's ashes with me. Steve was very instrumental helping me get all this stuff ready. In fact, the phone I'm using was Steve's phone. And this beautiful North Face jacket, which is way out of my league, was also an item from Steve. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, Tamina and Joe over in Colorado for hooking me up with all this stuff. But yeah, that's a pretty much brief overview. So I'm going to say my 3 luxury items, if I had to pick 3 that were just sheerly luxury, I'd have to go with the Box of Joe bags for pillows and extra water storage. That'd be pick number 1. Pick number 2 for luxury, I'd have to say these Scolio pants. These down puffy pants. And it's a little overboard, but that's my luxury. And number 3, I love you to death, Steve. You're coming with me, man. So, little rucksack Steve here is my 3rd luxury item. Gotta have friends while you're out there hiking. So I'm gonna take Steve with me all the way to Mount Katahdin, and I'm gonna drop a little bit of Steve off at Fitzgerald Falls in Monroe, because that was a place he used to frequent all the time. So, yeah, well, let's see what this stuff looks like when I pack it back up. See you in a second. Oh yeah, and before I forget, a couple forgot to mention, this is a 15,000 AHM battery pack that has a couple ports on it. I got it in a little waterproof bag so that I can recharge my phone. These are neat. These are only a couple dollars. All the kids got them for Christmas. I don't know if you can see, but they have a reflective piece on each side and allows you to see bears walking up behind you, or maybe other hikers. Something. I figured I needed a pair of glasses, and they were kind of cheap. I always lose glasses, so might as well go with something cheap. And one other thing, my Z-Packs duplex tent, and I got my MSR groundhogs. Well, that thing's a lifesaver. And yeah, let me get a little bit of this packed up, and I'll go through my food. All right, guys, I got that all packed up. Let's check out these food bags. So right off the bat, I got to focus on the protein with my diet. So I have chicken teriyaki, chicken dumplings, beef stroganoff, more beef stroganoff. I love that beef stroganoff. I have 3 bags of jerky, a couple tunas. I got some coffee, some, what is this stuff? Sip and Soothe for your tummy. I guess that's what they say, for your tummy. I got some oatmeal. Supposed to really avoid the oatmeal, but on the trail it's going to be a little different. Got vegetable stew with beef. I got breakfast skillet. Some of these meals were provided by my friends Joe and Tamina out in Colorado. Tamina is actually Steve's daughter, so they hooked me up with some stuff. These I thought were interesting. These are packets of peanut butter. Because, you know, nobody can sit down with a jar of peanut butter and just sit there with a spoon and eat the whole thing. And these are supposed to be slow-acting sugars. So if I have low sugar, I'll just eat a packet of peanut butter and hope that gets me somewhere. But, you know, I figure I got some granola bars, some beef sticks. Everybody always says they pack too much food on the first leg of the journey. And I figure, really, I just got to get from the Amicalola Falls Hotel to Woody Gap, and I'll have a chance to re-up on some food. So maybe I packed too much. I don't know. I got some cashews there. And when you come over here, let me show you my cook setup. So I went with this ridiculously expensive titanium pot and titanium spoon. I don't know if it was worth the money for the weight, but once you get stuck with this ultralight habit, it seems to just keep going. Here's a little windshield. I have a, what is this? Olicamp makes this ultralight titanium stove. So that combined with this gives me some heat. I like to pack a lighter in with that little bag. This is just some more hot cocos and teas and stuff. And a pot scrubber. So keep my stuff clean while I'm out there. And anytime I get near a McDonald's or somewhere, I like to snag a couple packets of ketchup. Proves to be invaluable. Over here I have a 2-gallon Ziploc bag. So this is going to be, as I start making trash, this is going to be my trash bag till I can get somewhere to dump it. And I thought I'd show you this one other cool thing. This is a handkerchief, and it's actually a map of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So I don't know how well that comes up. So I figured, why not? I'm going to need a handkerchief. Why not have one with a map on it? You know, hopefully I don't get lost hiking to a booger or something. But and there's my last piece of gear. My what do they call it? Black Diamond trekking poles. These things are pretty good. As you see, I got tape wrapped around them, electrical tape and some duct tape. Unfortunately, one of these little clips up here somewhere, one of them is broken, but it doesn't affect how the pole works. So I'm just going to keep it, and if it has more damage later on down the line, I'll have to call him up and get a hold of it. So yeah, that is what is in my food bag for week 1. Alright guys, I'm all packed up again, ready for day 1. So let me know how you thought the 3 luxury item challenge worked out. I'm glad I got a chance to show you guys a peek at my ruck. And have a good time out there, man. I'll see you guys around. Be good.